Hi, this is Kyle from APS, and I'm going to show you how to replace dry suit seals at home, specifically wrist seals and booty seals or sock seals. Before you can get started, you need to know what type of seals you have and what size to order for your suit. For wrist seals, we've got two different styles of wrist seals. There's the conical or wedge shape, and then there's this type where it just lays flat. There's no cut lines. You wouldn't actually cut these to resize them. Now with this, it's really easy. These are available in extra small to extra large. Just order the appropriate size wrist that matches your suit. If you got a medium suit, get medium seals. With these, they're available in two sizes, a small medium for small medium suits and a large extra large for large extra large suits. If you have a youth or a child size suit or an extra small, you're going to end up generally speaking with these in a size extra small. See our website. We've got diagrams on how to choose and size these when you're looking at the product pages for these. All right, sock seals, booty seals. Two different types here. So we have this one, which is the 3D. It's actually molded in a 3D shape. And then we have this, which we call the flat sock. And it's actually molded in a flat shape. But when you put your foot into it, it stretches and conforms. So whichever type you have, stick with it. You can't move from a flat to a 3D. Why? Because the circumference of the suit, and the seal up here are different. These are wider than these, and they won't mate to your suit well, so stick with what you got. Okay, now to begin the actual process of replacing the seal. In this case, I've got a ripped and melted seal, definitely needs replacement. I'm going to peel back this protective cuff, and I'm going to see that this seal has been glued to the inside of the suit. So I want to now cut this off with the suit right side out. If it had been glued to the outside of the suit, I would turn the inside the suit inside out and remove it. And by removing it, I'm going to be cutting right along the edge of the fabric of the dry suit itself. And on the inside, that's going to leave the seal still attached to the fabric of the suit. And that's going to be my mating surface or gluing surface for my new seal. So using sharp scissors, I'm going to cut all the way around, not catching the fabric. Take your time. Don't cut the opposite side of the suit by going too fast and not paying attention to where your scissor blades are. Just about done here. Last little bit, get this gummy bit off. Okay. And now all you can see is the fabric of the suit, and on the inside we have the still attached seal. Now if this part was not in good shape, it was melted, it was coming off of the suit, you're going to want to completely remove that. That's a little more involved, and it involves actually using applied heat. Visit the APS advisor this post for more information on how to do that with either a 3-layer laminate dry suit like a Gore-Tex or a 2-layer. It's two different techniques. So this one looks in good shape, and I'm going to turn the suit inside out so that this is facing out, and I've got my working or mating surface ready to work with. Now to begin the actual attachment of the new seal, I've turned the suit inside out, so the seal is where it's still attached is facing out. That cuff, that protective cuff, I'm stuffing in out of the way. Whether you use clamps or books or just put the whole suit up on the work surface so it doesn't slide away from you. Now I need to build my work surface. I put some paper down to protect the table, and I'm going to take my form. I'm just going to simply insert this. I'm going to grab my dowel, and I'm going to wedge it with some paper, which I can make thicker or thinner depending on how much pressure I need to exert. And I'm going to insert this right into the middle of this form. Okay, and that is just about there. Okay, I've got it in place, and now I've got a nice firm work surface. And I've got my replacement seal. The suit is inside out, so I'm going to turn the seal inside out. And the way you know that it's inside out is that the size marking in white is facing out. So I'm going to simply put the seal on the form and over top of the old seal for a perfect match. The two edges of the seal will be in alignment. And it's rubbery and it's stretchy, so you just got to kind of work it down a little farther, and then it just kind of recedes back to the edge where you want it to sit. Okay, so I've got that matched up all the way around. All right, now using my duct tape, I'm going to take about 1/3 of a width, pretty thin, and right where the old seal ends, I'm just going to run this around, and I'm going to put a decent amount of pressure on it. That's going to hold the new seal in place. Okay, and all I'm going to do is simply roll this up, and I'm going to expose the mating surfaces. That's it. Now to prep these surfaces, using my sandpaper, it doesn't take a lot of pressure. You don't want to actually damage them. You're just trying to roughen the edges or the surface all the way around until you get just a slight white haze. I'll do that on the new seal. Let's give something for the adhesive to hold on to. And that duct tape I put down is keeping this from moving about. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now comes the Kotol. I want to clean those surfaces and get any of that debris off of the seals. Okay. And if there were any chemicals on here, petrochemicals that would get in the way of the glue bonding to the new rubber, those come off. Okay, so I think I've gotten that. Now I'm ready to mix my adhesive. I've got my Aqua Seal here. This is a yogurt cup that I've cleaned out, and I'm going to put a ratio of 3:1, and I'm just eyeballing this. Okay, that looks pretty good. Get the cap on that, and that looks good. Okay, I'm just going to mix this and make sure you get it thoroughly mixed, working down the sides. Get it off the stick. You're trying to get the dry time down to 2 hours, but if only part of this dries, because it wasn't thoroughly mixed, you're not going to enjoy sailing that day if you go in the water and your seal springs a leak. Okay, I think I've got that. Now I'm just going to apply the adhesive on the old seal. I don't want to have too much at any one time. And this stick is great because it's just about the width of the seal. I'm trying to do a fairly even. I mean, this is not an exact science. Okay. And I'll just continue to work my way all the way around. All right, and then just one last pass to make sure I don't have any thin areas. That looks pretty good. All right, so I'm done with that for now. And I'm going to just push these up against each other so I don't see any of the white of the form, just in case the suit slipped down. And now I'm simply just going to roll the seal down on new onto old. And I just do that all the way around. Okay, there she goes. Pops down. And I'm just going to do any final adjustments, sliding them so the edges match up. Okay, looks good. Okay, last thing before we let it sit and dry is I'm going to take the 2/3 of the duct tape that I didn't use before, and I'm just going to, with moderate pressure, go all the way around. Tear that off, and that's what's going to hold these together for the next 2 hours while this cures. Okay, it's been 2 hours and the Aqua Seal has now cured and fully dried. And I'm just going to take the duct tape off that was holding everything in place. I'm going to reach into the suit. The form's still in there. I'm going to pull out the expanding dowel and the wadding I put in there. And I'm just going to collapse that and slide that on out. Collapse it again. And because there's that internal cuff, I have to work it through there. And that's out. And got the new seal, right side out. And that's what a properly replaced seal looks like, ready to go sailing. For this and more information on sailing gear and dry suits, visit us at the APS Advisor at apsltd.com.